Today's video is going to be a bit different to normal. So we're currently still in lockdown in Scotland, and I thought I'd put something together that's a little bit different. Usually I'm out there climbing the Scottish mountains and filming my Munro journey. So the other videos are up here if anyone wants to watch them. There's 40 Munros so far. So I'm relatively new to hill walking or hiking. I thought I would just show you what I pack in my bag and class as essential. If you're a beginner, you might see a few things there that might surprise you. If you're experienced, then this video is maybe not for you, but it's good to be nosy sometimes and see what other people bring. So the first thing I'm going to cover in today's video is the pack that I use. So I usually use the same pack for every hike, and this is the Osprey Hikelite 32. So I like this pack because there's loads of pockets on the side and a huge top pocket. It's also got this mesh on the back. I think it's called the Airspeed, and this just stops the back of the pack sticking to your back. It's also got space for a hydration bladder in behind and the hole there so you can take the tube through. So I'll cover that later in the video. So the next one's pretty much obvious, and it's water. So on my hikes, I usually bring this 750ml. I think it's just a metal bottle. I think it was about £3. So I'll link everything in the description that I take out the bag. And I also usually use this hydration bladder. So this one's from Mountain Warehouse, and I think it was only about 10 or 12 pounds. And I really like it because it's got this pouch design. So you just take that off the top and you can fill it up. So that's really handy if you want to fill it in any rivers. I've had the ones before with the cap there, and I just find them a little bit harder to fill up from rivers and streams. I find about 2 litres the right amount. Any more it gets a bit heavy, and any less is just not enough. So yeah, that's definitely an essential item for the bag. So next up in the bag, I've got gloves and hat. So they pretty much come hand in hand, and that is definitely an essential item for hiking. Sometimes better to take a spare one in case this one gets totally wet. The gloves that I usually take 3 pairs of gloves. So the first pair that I've got are these are my winter gloves, and they're pretty cheap. They're just insulated, so nice and warm inside, but they're not waterproof. To waterproof them, I use these sealskin gloves as liners, and I find these just perfect. They're 100% waterproof, and with that and that combined, they make for really warm hands. I also take these liner gloves, and that's just for if I'm using a camera or using my phone. This just gives you a little bit of protection from the wind. It just means that you can use your fingers while wearing gloves and keep them warm. So next thing in my bag is a SOS bivy bag. So I would class this as an essential item for a solo walker. It's essentially just a foil sheet cover that's going to protect you from the elements in case of emergency. I think it was 10 or 12 pounds. I invested in a half decent one, and hopefully it never needs to get used. So another item that I'd class as essential is ski goggles and sunglasses. If you've been watching my videos, then you'll see at Drummotter I had to wear these ski goggles for most of the day. The wind was so bad that my eyes just were constantly streaming. I've also had winter days when the sun is reflecting off the snow, so sunglasses are essential. In this side pocket of my bag here, I keep my map and compass. So I never go on any of my hikes without a map and compass. This one's Angelic and Sleoch, so I've never actually used this one yet. That's the problem, you have to buy all these maps for the different Munros. It's going to get very expensive at the end of it all. And I've got 2 compasses. This is one I got off Amazon. It's not the best one. I've also got another small one, a Silva, and I find this one to be more reliable than this cheaper one. So I'll link this one down in the description. It goes without saying that these are essential items. It also goes without saying that it's important that you know how to use a map and compass. So if you don't already, there's loads of good YouTube videos out there to learn, and loads of places do courses. So I actually learned through my Gold Duke of Edinburgh, so I was lucky to get it that way. It's definitely an essential skill to have when out in the mountains. The next item in my pack is a waterproof jacket. So I take this with me every hike, even though it can be really sunny. You never know, the weather could change so quick in Scotland. So this is the Mountain Equipment Saltoro, and I really like this jacket. I had 2 or 3 waterproof jackets before it, and they just weren't waterproof enough. This is 2.5 layer Gore-Tex, on the body side, and the top layer is 3-layer Gore-Tex. So that just helps where your pack rubs against your shoulders and your back. And I've had to wear this in a few of my recent videos to keep the weather out, and I highly rate this jacket. I'll put the link in the description for it. I use this as an outer layer, sometimes over my down jacket. Sometimes if it's a nice warm day, I'll just wear it by itself. So yeah, I highly rate the mountain equipment jackets. So I'd like to just take a second just to thank everyone that's supported the channel so far. And if you haven't already, then please consider subscribing to the channel. I'm hoping to do some wild camping and more Munros this year. So keep your eyes out for a wild camping video and maybe another gear review of what I wear. So the next item in my bag is another essential one. And this is waterproof over trousers. So the ones I have got are the Berghaus Pack Light. They're 100% waterproof. And I went by reviews to get these ones. They've got a full length zip up the leg, so you don't have to remove your boots. And that's something I was really looking for, as you don't want to have to take off your boots when it starts raining. So I recommend these ones for anyone. I think I got these in the sales for about £60, so that wasn't too bad. So another item in my bag I'd class as essential is a dry pack. So this is just a 6-litre dry bag, and this probably is big enough to store a jacket and your phone inside, just your essential items that you don't want to get totally soaked. So this one's 100% waterproof and just has a wraparound system. You buckle like that. So within the dry bag, I like to carry my GPS. So this is the eTrex 10. It's just a budget GPS, and I use it hand in hand the map and compass. So this will plot your exact point on the map. So it basically just assists your navigation skills. So it's non-essential, but I would say it's a handy item to have in your pack. Also in the dry bag, I carry a head torch. So this is probably an essential item, as you may get injured on the hill, or you may get overdue and it's going to get dark. So if you get stuck in the dark without a head torch, then you're going to be in a sticky situation. So essential item. But also essential to go with them is batteries. So I carry spare batteries with the head torch, and I also carry spare batteries for my GPS. So there's going to be enough battery power there to power these for maybe 8 to 9 hours. So that should be enough to get me off the hill. So another item I like to carry in my dry bag is an MP3 player. I find this nearly an essential item for some of the long slogs and uphill bits where my knees start getting sore. This just takes your mind right off it. I listen to Joe Rogan's podcast all the time on the hill, and it's got me through some of the steep ascents. So maybe essential for me, but generally it's not an essential item. So another essential item that I haven't mentioned today is obviously food. You need to pack enough food and probably more for your day hike. You want to have that little bit extra in case you get stuck in an emergency or if you get injured. So in the front pocket of my bag here, I've got 2 items. So one of them is going to be spare laces and a first aid kit. So first off, spare laces. So on my trip to Craig Meggie, my laces snapped. So that was about 3 or 3.5 hours in, and I didn't have spare laces with me. So from now on, I will always carry spare laces. Nothing worse when you get far out in a hike, your laces snap, and you've got a loose boot. And another essential item is the first aid kit. So this is just a cheap one off Amazon. It's got blister plasters and it's got normal plasters, bandages, the likes. So another thing I like to carry is ibuprofen. So if you get a sore head or you get an ache or pain, then that's just going to help you that little bit more getting back to the car. My next item in my pack is the Rab Microlight Alpine. So it's just a down jacket. It starts to get cold really quick when you stop walking, and I find this just does the job just to keep you that bit warmer. I've worn this so much at the top of the Munros recently, and it's probably in every single one of my videos. I'd like to actually get another one, as it's going to get worn out pretty quick. But I really like this one as it packs down really small. It's got its own bag in the pocket, and yeah, this is just the perfect jacket for me. Definitely an essential. So another thing I like to bring on my day's hike is extra layers. So I'd say this is an essential item, as they will keep you warm in case you get stuck. So I usually bring about 2 of these on a day's hike, and these are just cheap regatta fleeces. I think they're maybe up to about £10–12 each, and you just take them on and off as suits, because as you know, going up the hill, it starts getting colder, and once you get back down, it gets warmer, so you start taking layers on and off all day long. So thank you for watching this video today, and hopefully you've learned something. We can't get out and about as much as we'd like to just now, so even I've been watching loads of gear reviews and other people walking in the mountains, and it just gives you that feeling of being out and about. So hopefully that's helped a little bit, and we'll get out in the mountains soon. Let me know down in the comments if I missed anything, or some extras that you'd add to your kit, or that you bring in your kit. I'd be interested to know. And don't forget, please like and subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more videos like this. I'm probably going to do some sort of gear review on some backpacking stuff or some wild camping gear in the future. So stay safe, and hopefully we'll get back out there soon.